My brother's a lot smarter than me, and he said, "Hey, man, I just want you to think that there could be some reflection from people if you have him on, right? Like some people could be upset about it,
Right.
you know." And I thought about that a little bit, and I was like, well, I don't really, like, I don't know, you know, like, I have political thoughts and beliefs and stuff like that, and it's like it's hard to find a group that really embodies them. And if anything, right now for me, it seems like I don't even feel like these new parties are the same as the old parties.
They're not.
It doesn't seem like this isn't Democrats and Republicans. There's something else transmorphing right now.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, I just want to be able to have a chance to talk to this guy, you know? And the main thing for me was like you talked about Dana White earlier. He's really, you know, I know that you guys work together, and he, you know, I knew that Trump's brother suffered from addiction, right? I knew that, right? I heard that or something, and I looked into it. It's like, okay, he lost his brother. His brother died of addiction. So I was like, well, that's interesting to me, you know? And I wish that I wonder if there's more to Donald Trump. Like, is there more of a way to talk with him about something that means, you know, try to get an emotional more of an emotional well to him than it seems like that's in the public.
Well, there was a thing that was going on for a while where you were platforming people. This was the idea. Like, if you had on a guy like Trump, you were platforming this bad person. This was this thing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at all.
But it's an authoritarian way to regulate conversations that let you know more about people. And it's stupid because people don't want to have a nuanced perspective on anybody. Look, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to Kamala Harris. I'm like, I bet there's a person in there. I bet I can get to that person.
Yeah.
I wanted to find that person. I don't want to hear all the speeches. I don't want to hear, I was raised middle class. I don't want to hear any of that shit.
She's a roller skater. You know that?
No, I would love to find that out.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to her about all kinds of shit. I literally said, like, because there was a few restrictions of things they didn't want to talk about, but I said, I don't give a fuck. Like, go get her in here. Like, whatever you want to talk about. And they want to know if I edit. I'm like, there's not going to be any editing. There's no editing.
Yeah.
We're not going to edit. But
yeah, that's the same thing they asked us. Is there an edit, you know?
I just wanted to talk. I feel like you give someone a couple of hours and you start talking about anything, I'm going to see the pattern of the way you think. I'm going to see the way you process ideas. I'm going to see whether or not you're calculated or whether you're just free.
Yeah.
Or are you comfortable with you, or are you projecting things? Like, she's got 80 different accents. How do you decide which one to pull out?
Yeah.
Like, she's got
Yeah.
She busts out different accents depending on who she's talking to.
Yeah.
They should have made her talk to
though.
a bunch of Chinese folks. I would have loved to hear that accent. I want to see what,
I do that too, though. I like to meet people where they're at.
Sure.
You know? Oh, if I see somebody that's, you know, I'll be like, what's happening, my friend? You know, it's like, I like to meet people where they are, you know?
Yeah, she did one with the Latinos where she talked with a Latino accent. I'm like, this is wild. But she's a chameleon. But if you want to be a successful politician, that's probably a good trait.
I agree.
You know? It's like a comedian that's always on. They kind of get annoying. But if you want to be a comedian, that's probably a good trait. You want to be a politician, you should probably be able to melt into your environment and sort of meld yourself with whatever these people want you to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe it's just like I always feel like the environment of debates, the environment of interviews on television, the environment of anything you're doing in front of an audience, it's so fake. It's such a weird way to talk that you don't get a sense of who the person is. So, like, when I got to see Trump on your podcast and you were talking about doing cocaine, then it makes you like an owl.
Oh, God.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious, but it was like, you got a chance to see that guy as a person trying to figure out, like, who is this psycho I'm sitting here talking to?
I remember that shit. I'll fucking make a nest in my living room, dude. That shit, boy. I'll scoot over to the neighbors and steal some twine in my beak, homie. There's nothing worse than being locked out of your place on cocaine, man.
I can only imagine. But you talking to him, like, as a person is, like, almost more valuable than any other kind of speeches he does. Because when he's in front of everybody, talking about, we're going to make America amazing, those are great speeches. But you don't, like, she had an amazing speech. When I was like, she could win, was when she had that one speech about Donald Trump, like scared to debate her, but he says all these things. But you know what I always heard? If you want to say something, say it to my face. And the whole place went crazy, and she was laughing.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was so good. It was her best speech for sure.